What's going on, everybody? Joshua Stover here with Joshua Stover Training. I want to say thank you guys for joining me today. If you guys are checking me out on YouTube, thank you so much. Maybe you're listening on the podcast. I'd like to say hello since you can't see me. But anyway, thanks again for joining me today, guys. I woke up this morning to see on Facebook a conversation that some people are having in one of the groups that I'm in, dealing with marketing and selling e-commerce and products, things online. And I saw some people arguing about what they should sell their stuff at, what prices work, what prices don't, why they don't want to use specific platforms to sell their things because it wasn't working for them, or they disagree with, I don't know, rules or pricing or whatever it is. And it got me fired up. I was kind of angry. Not so much angry at the people, but angry that people are missing out on opportunities. So I'm just going to give you an example. I think one of my new followers was part of the conversation. So if I say anything, it's not to be mean to you, but I want this to be a learning experience for everybody else because I have gone through this and I don't want people to miss out on opportunities because of self-doubt. So I saw some people arguing about selling on Etsy. And if you guys don't know what Etsy is a market platform where they have their own customers who know what Etsy is, and you're allowed to create your own shop and sell things on Etsy. They have to be handmade items. I personally sell t-shirts on there, have had quite a bit of success. And I'll just tell you guys where I started out with this. And that is, I started out selling on Etsy a couple of years ago, trying a couple different things, couple different designs, and didn't have any luck with it. I was frustrated. So I was comparing myself to everybody else, seeing what everybody else was doing. And I'm like, I make my own stuff. I've got high profit margins. Let's undercut everybody else. Didn't work. Just doesn't work. Because when you're the cheap guy on Etsy, you're selling cheap stuff, right? That's what people think. That's what customers see. When you're out shopping around and you see a $500, let's say you're at a car dealership and you're in the used section and you see a car over here for $500, but then you see a similar model over here with less miles, but it's going to cost it's $1,500, cost another $1,000. The one with the less miles and a little bit higher price tag is more valuable, right? It always is, because that's going to be potentially going to be the one that's going to be a better car, right? At least that's how I think. I think that's how most people shop. Maybe not with cars. Maybe it's with Amazon. You're looking at different things and you're not sure which product's best. So you're going to look at reviews. And it's you're going to say that the one that's got more reviews is more valuable, right? Okay. So in that same line of thinking, pricing on Etsy is the same way. I used to price things short. I used to price things cheap, and it didn't work for me. So it took me a little bit to realize. I wasn't aware of this at first, but when I started asking the prices that I wanted for stuff, everybody was happier. Myself, I'm happier. I produce a quality product that is worth the price that I'm asking, but I'm also not burning myself out trying to make, a quarter of the money that I could be making by not undercutting myself. If that makes sense. So, taking care of myself, taking care of my customers, it all works out. So, the conversation I see is that people are trying to figure out what to price their merchandise at. The conversation was about t-shirts. They're using print-on-demand providers, meaning that somebody else is printing and shipping and fulfilling everything for them. And they're trying to figure out how to price their stuff. And I jumped on the conversation and I just said, hey guys, just for proof, I sold $10,000 worth of t-shirts last year. Not trying to toot my own horn here, but I did that in less than half of the year. Okay, guys? And I wasn't even trying. I just listed some stuff, had some luck, and I just let it ride, and it sold. It did well. Now, I priced these shirts at the full price that I usually sell t-shirts at, which is $24.99, which, by the way, if you guys haven't been watching the market currently, it is February in 2022, and I'm seeing shirts sell for $30 to $35 now. So maybe I'm cheap again. But things are difficult right now. But that's okay. So I'm seeing all of these people, I try to tell all these people, hey, don't sell yourself short. So ask what you want for the products. If you have a high quality design and you're using high quality shirts and you've got, people like your stuff, You're probably going to have to do a little bit of testing just to make sure you're going to have happy customers, because you do want happy customers. Put your stuff out there and ask the price that you want for it. That way, again, you're taken care of and your customers are taken care of. So this is kind of how this conversation is going. I was like, hey, so this is what I do. I sell mine at full price. I don't undercut my stuff. I do sales occasionally. If I want to do a promotion to boost my sales around the holiday, sure, that's fine. I'll put a little bit of discount on there, but I'm not going to give the stuff away. So have a lady who messages me and she wants to know what my niche is. Now, I'm not going to tell you my niche. I'm not going to tell you what my niche is. I'm not going to show you what my products are, because I did that before. And the next day, I'm not kidding you, the next day, people were on there literally stealing my designs and trying to compete with me. Is that frustrating? Yes, it is. And this is one of these ladies' reasons for not posting anything. And she says, well, she's asking me all these questions. I'm not really giving her information. I'm trying to help her, but I'm not without giving away all my personal, I make money doing this because this is how, or I make a living doing this because this is how I make money, right? So I don't want to give away all my secrets, obviously. But this lady says that she does not want to put her designs out there because she doesn't have them trademarked or copyrighted or whatever the process is. And I was like, why? Why aren't you selling your stuff? Like, why are you copyrighted? She hasn't even put them out there yet. She's already spending a bunch of money to get these things copyrighted or trademarked, and have the legal backup on this stuff. And I'm like, first of all, I wouldn't do that because you don't know if the thing's going to sell. Like, why go through all the hassle of trademarking this stuff if it's going to flop? Like, that's just a waste of money. Second of all, like, the thing I told her, I'm like, honestly, I don't trademark a lot of my stuff. Now, I have original files. I have original receipts for designs that I've had made. I have all the original artwork that I created, so I can prove that I own this stuff, right? And at some point, I will probably consider trademarking some of my things, but I'm just not willing to do that because I'm testing and trying new products all the time, and I just don't have I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience to do all that. Like, let's get the stuff out there. Let's market it. Let's go. And that's kind of what I was trying to explain to her, is that there's no reason to sit back and wait and worry about something that isn't going to be an issue in reality, right? So when she tells me that she's sitting back waiting for her stuff to get trademarked, which is why she's not really promoting her stuff on Etsy yet, or what other platform she's going to sell on. And I just straight up told her, I'm like, I said, Nike gets ripped off every single day. Now, Nike does have departments, a team that is going after people and, trying to stop people infringing on their trademark in the legal things, and rightfully so. That is their design, their product, their brand. They should be protecting it. It's their business. But do you think Nike's going to not sell shoes? Do you think Nike's going to pull their stuff off the shelves because somebody's copying their stuff? No. You're going to keep pushing. And that's what I do. It's like, you know what? Like, if I can find somebody, I'm going to call them out if they're copying my stuff. And if they're sharing it, they got a following, and I find out that they're sharing my stuff, like, I'm going to do everything I can to get in front of their following because, one, their following's interested in my stuff. I want their people, right? I want their people to buy my stuff, not their rip-off version, which they may not even be producing. They might just be taking people's money, which I've seen time and time again. But the other thing is that if somebody is copying my stuff, I know for a fact that they can't sell it better than I can. If they can't even come up with their own designs, like, they can't market it. There's no way. They don't know the audience that I designed that design for. And even if they do, they're going to be trying to compete with me on stuff that I have a much better profit margin on because I make this stuff. So I can outspend them. This goes back to Russell Brunson. Sorry, I forgot who he got it from. Blanking on. It was one of his mentors. But the person who can spend the most to acquire a customer wins, right? Like, that's why I got a big advantage, because I create my own stuff. I got big profit margins. So anyway, so I just know that people can't compete with me. And that's good. That's where I want to be. That's a position I want to be in. I can out hustle anybody because of the situation that I put myself in, the business that I have built. Now, there are pros and cons to that, and I'm not saying anybody who does anything differently is doing it wrong or better than what I do, right? It's all in how you want to run your business. But I do want to make people aware that basically what this all boils down to is, I've written it down here, and the word I wrote down to make sure I brought up is action. You need to take action. Not only do you need to be taking action, but you need to be taking massive action. Massive action if you want to be successful. And I don't care what that is. I don't care I'm a Christian. So if I wake up in the morning and I'm going through my prayers and I'm going through my daily devotional, reading my Bible, and I have a thought pop into my head that I need to try something different today for my life and my business, guess what? I'm probably going to act upon that, assuming that it's a good choice in my life, right? Meaning that it's a good thought. All joking aside, but seriously, you're going to take action on that. If you don't take action on that, nothing's ever going to happen. So the reason I wrote down action and is because I wanted to follow it up with this, is that if you're not taking action, then any reason you give me or anybody else for not taking action is 100% an excuse. This lady not taking action, not selling her stuff because she's worried about people stealing her stuff. Excuse. Straight up. It's just an excuse. You need to take action. For you guys who don't know, I have a Facebook group called the Instagram Hustle. And this is one of the things that I'm teaching people, is that you don't need money. You don't need massive designs. You don't need a fancy online store. You don't need anything. You need something to sell and a platform to sell it on. And you can do this. You can make a business for yourself. You don't even have to make a big business. Maybe it's just a little easy side hustle that you're trying to do just to help make your car payment or something. Like, you can do this. All it takes is action. You just need to take action on this. So, long story short here, guys, is that I woke up, I see this, I see people talking, I see people complaining, but what I don't see people doing is talking about the wins. I don't see people talking about, and wins don't have to be success either. It could be, hey, I tried something, it didn't work, so I'm trying something else today, or I'm trying something new tomorrow, or I'm working on the next thing. That's all taking action, and that's all winning, because something that I'm a firm believer in, and I'm not the person who coined this term or phrase at all, but you never lose until you give up. If you're still trying and you're still working and you're still pushing for today and you're pushing for tomorrow, like, you haven't lost. Even though you may have a loss today, you might lose the war, or you might lose the battle, but you haven't lost the war. That kind of a scenario. I just think it's really important that everybody knows that you need to keep pushing, and you need to quit making excuses, and you need to take action. Massive action every day. That's what it takes, guys. And for some of us, that might just be getting out of bed in the morning. For some of us, that might be doing a little bit of a workout today. Or for some of us, like me, is you guys watching on YouTube on video, I got a massive stack of hoodies back here that I'm printing for a customer today. I'm a little slow right now, so I'm taking action to make some more money today. While I didn't get a lot of orders today, so I've still got some money coming in, so I can keep doing what I'm doing, right? Like, it takes action. Getting customers, it takes action. Getting sales, learning marketing, it takes action. So, I guess that's kind of the end of my rant, is I want you guys to make sure that you are taking action today. I want to make sure that you're trying new things. I want to make sure that you're testing new things, because without doing any of that, you're not going to go in. You're stuck. You're not going anywhere. And I think it's really important that every single one of us remembers that every day when we get up, we need to take action. We need to be trying things, especially if you have a major dream and you want to reach, or you have a goal. Like I said, it could be fitness, it could be spiritual, it could be family, it could be anything that you want to do. If you're not reaching and striving to do something, then it's just not going to happen. So for everybody who was lost on Etsy and can't figure out Etsy, or you can't figure out how to make sales on your website, your Shopify store, WooCommerce, whatever platform you're using. By the way, Shopify's great if you guys don't use Shopify. If you're not making progress on any of that, you just need to keep pushing. You just need to keep trying, and don't get discouraged because somebody else over here is doing well, right? Because I've been that guy. I've been that person who has struggled. I've been that person who has self-doubt. I still have it, even though I've got a decent idea. I don't know everything by any means, but I've got a decent idea of what I am doing. And I've had success with e-commerce, and I know what works for my clientele, and I know what, I know how to write Facebook ads, and I know how to organic market, but I still have those self-doubts, right? So you just have to keep leaning forward, and you just have to take action on all of this. Yeah, okay, end rant. That's the end of the rant. I just want everybody to be successful, and I don't want people giving up. Don't want you guys being stressed out. The other thing I was going to mention there was that be careful about comparing yourself to others. Like, yeah, don't compare yourself to others, guys. If you want to compare yourself to something, compare yourself today with where you were yesterday. Like, what did you learn yesterday that you can implement today to make yourself better? And also, don't worry too far. Don't worry about tomorrow. Let's focus on today. Let's see what we can do today. Let's see if we can make something happen today. And tomorrow, we take all the stuff that we did today and we reevaluate it and we learn and we take action on it again tomorrow. So I hope there's somebody out there who's listening to this that maybe feels stuck, maybe feels like they've lost the motivation, And motivation isn't everything. The people who win are the people who can still work through the days that they don't feel motivated. Trust me. It's been a rough couple of months since I've become self-employed. And I laugh because it's only been like 2 months and I've had some major downs already, guys. But that's okay because we pick ourselves up, we take action, we reevaluate, and we push again today. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody out there. I just had to get that off my chest a little bit because it really bothers me when I see people down in the dumps on stuff. Get out there, take some action. Let's make some stuff happen. Let's make 2022 an amazing year. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.